going into it, I knew there was probably nothing broken in my hand. Just know my body pretty well, so but again, X-rays being negative did feel pretty good.
Well, the X-rays were negative for Drew Lock's thumb, but the recovery is still going to be long enough that it could last into the first week of the regular season. So, Mark, just kind of overall, what does this whole Lock injury mean to the Broncos quarterback situation moving forward?
Well, obviously, he was fighting, and it looked like he had usurped Hogan as the number 2 quarterback, and now all of a sudden you've got to reevaluate that, remake your plans, because he's going to miss a couple of weeks in preparation here. And even if he's ready for week 1, he's not going to be ready to – I can't imagine him being ready if he's not taking reps for you to feel comfortable about him being Joe Flacco's backup. So, there was a lot to work on. This is obviously, a major setback. So it just leads me to believe this is, even the way this has gone or the way this is going, that this becomes that much more of a redshirt year, which may not be a bad thing, Mike. That may be the best thing that could happen, in reality. But again, what we've seen of Hogan, I think you look at this situation, the quarterback situation right now, and you better be on bended knee, praying that Joe Flacco stays healthy all year, because Joe Flacco misses time, and you're not winning anything.
Next on the Morning Brew.
And he swings and hits a high drive, deep left field. Back of the warning track, out the wall, touch him all Ahmed. Number 17, and he gives the Diamondbacks a 1-0 lead.
All right, Diamondbacks radio. The Rockies are obviously going nowhere, but I bring this up only because another terrible performance by the bullpen. Brian Shaw, who duped some people early on into thinking that he was somehow going to be salvageable here. It's not the case, as his ERA has now soared to up over 5.5. Mark, they got a lot of money owed to a lot of bad relievers for next season. Are these guys all going to be back? Is the hope that they'll just somehow figure it out next year while the Rockies are paying them millions and millions of dollars?
Well, I mean, unless you're willing to eat money, Mike, are you?
Which I don't think which they're not going to do.
Because to move those guys, you're going in the offseason, you're going to have to eat a lot of that salary.
Mm-hmm.
So unless you're willing to do that, you're going to have the same. You're going to have the same issues. By the way, Ahmed had 17 homers. I bet you he's hit, of those 17, I bet you 7 of them come against the Rockies, almost half of them. I mean, every time that guy's up to bat, every time I'm watching a Diamondback game, that dude seems to be hitting homers. I don't know how many he's hit against us, but it just feels that way to me. It's 6?
6. Nice job, you.
I'm telling you, every time I watch that guy get up to bat, I'm like, how is this guy, and he is a Gold Glove shortstop. The guy's a really good player, but I'm like, how has this guy got so many power numbers against us?
6 home runs and 16 RBI.
All right, well, there he is.
Nice job.
You know what he is? The new Goldschmidt.
Yeah, that's right.
He's the new Goldie. like he's the one guy we can't get out for whatever reason.
All right, next on the Morning Brew.
If he feeling a lot better, I got a brand new skin, it all trimmed up. It's been a journey, man. I feel a lot better. Working with the NFL, getting the right equipment. I've been working hard on the side. I've been going taking care of the feet. So, man, I want to give it to my teammates, so hopefully soon get out there and get to work. Too much noise right now. More work, less noise.
Yeah, more work, less noise.
Yeah.
But apparently it's all our fault for twisting this Antonio Brown story all out of context.
Poor victim.
Poor victim. He's just a victim. He's a victim, Antonio Brown. All right, so is all good now in Raiderland?
Oh, I'm sure they're excited about it. Listen, I'm talking to James Harrison yesterday on the set of FS1, Speak for Yourself, and he's like, there's nobody. James Harrison is legendary for his work, his practice habits, his lifting, his workouts, and he's like, there's nobody that works harder than Antonio Brown. Like when he's there, when he's there. Now he may miss a meeting and he may be late to a bunch of stuff, but when he's on the practice field, there's nobody who works any harder than him. He'll be productive, he'll make plays, and all will be, as long as he's making those plays, all will be forgotten. And as long as, let's face it, as long as he's getting the ball, show me a game where all of a sudden he's not, he's not getting enough targets in his mind, and then then there'll be a lot of things going down that don't feel right for him, and that's when he'll be a problem.
Next on the Morning Brew.
Mayfield shotgun back, getting heat, looks, lobs, Chubb's open, and he caught it and fights for the ball in the end zone. He's got it! Touchdown! Nick Chubb! What a catch!
Browns radio. Baker Mayfield in a GQ article, for some, takes a blast at Giants quarterback Daniel Jones, who was drafted number 6 overall, quoted Mayfield in the magazine, blows my mind. Some people overthink it. That's where people go wrong. They forget you got to win. Either you have a history of winning and being that guy for your team, or you don't. Daniel Jones was 17-19 as a starter at Duke. Daniel Jones, by the way, when asked about it, said, I'm not sure I would do it that way, but everyone's got a different way of doing things. Doesn't seem to think that Daniel Jones feels that Baker was unfairly quoted or taken out of context there. He seems to be taking it to heart.
Yeah, I'm telling you, for a guy that keeps a list on everybody that's done him wrong, you're kind of going down the same. You seem to be going down the same path. But I will say this. Whatever, I look at the Browns and I'm just, again, I'm on a wait and see, because they are unbelievably talented. But there's a part of me that feels like they're kind of unbelievably mature or immature too. And this fascination with the Giants. Like, hey, the Giants are doing the Giants, you guys need to relax. I mean, it's unbelievable to me, between he and Odell Beckham Jr. that it feels like Odell Beckham Jr. wants to be, like, he wants to be a Madison Avenue star more than he wants to be a football star. That's just what it feels like.
Cleveland, I'm looking at Cleveland's schedule. They do have the opportunity to get off to a quick start. Home against the Titans, at the Jets to start the season, then they get the Rams. Before they go to Baltimore, to San Francisco. They come here on November 3rd. That'll be the 4th of 5 road games. So a 5-game stretch, 4 of them on the road, and that'll be the final game in that stretch when they come out here on November 3rd. So, hey, all right, they're talking the talk. I think they have become one of the more fascinating stories in the NFL in a very short time. Let's see how they back it up. By the way, their head coach is pretty audacious too. I mean, he's not like running around telling these guys to tamp it down.
Right. Yeah, he's not shy either. Freddie Kitchens ain't shy either. You talk about a meteoric rise. We'll see how that works out. And their old line coach, their former line coach, Bob Wiley, has not been real complimentary. So anyhow, interesting. We'll see how it works out.